If you're over 65, your morning coffee could do more than wake you up, it could actually defend your muscles from vanishing. Scientists working behind closed doors have uncovered a simple yet powerful discovery. After the age of 65, the body begins shedding up to 5% of muscle mass every single year, silently weakening millions of seniors without them realizing it. Nearly every older adult is unaware of what's happening. This is not just aging, it's a condition called sarcopenia. And it's dangerous, linked to a 64% higher risk of deadly falls, accelerated cognitive decline, and even doubling the odds of early death. But here's what big companies don't want you to hear. Your ordinary cup of coffee could become the strongest weapon against this muscle crisis. With one scoop of the right natural powder, years of loss can begin to reverse. Research now shows that in only 12 weeks, strength can climb by up to 43% with this approach. While corporations push pricey treatments, thousands of seniors are finding a simple morning ritual is rewriting their future. In this video, we'll rank 3 specific powders that you can stir into your coffee, counting down from useful to absolutely life-changing. The Hasson choice has been proven to switch on dormant muscle-building genes by over 200%. Before we dive in, consider these questions. Have you noticed your strength slipping, even though you stay active? Does standing up from a chair feel harder than before? Share your answers in the comments. We read and respond to every single one, with personal guidance. Let's begin with powder number 3, collagen. Collagen powder might not sound exciting, but it's one of the most underrated allies for muscle health. Collagen is the protein framework that holds together muscles, tendons, and joints, giving them strength and flexibility. As the years go by, the body's natural collagen production drops sharply. This leaves muscles fragile, slows down recovery, and causes sagging in skin. When collagen levels are low, sarcopenia hits even harder because the scaffolding that supports muscle fibers weakens and breaks down much more easily. The beauty of collagen powder lies in its amino acids, especially glycine and proline. These building blocks are essential for repairing connective tissue and regenerating muscle. A 2021 clinical trial published in Nutrients showed seniors who took 15 grams of collagen peptides daily, combined with light activity, gained an average of 9.3% lean muscle mass in just 12 weeks. These weren't athletes. They were sedentary adults aged 65 and above, which makes the result even more remarkable. How you take collagen makes a big difference. Mixing it into hot coffee is ideal because heat helps it dissolve completely and become more bioavailable, meaning your body absorbs it more efficiently. Look specifically for hydrolyzed collagen peptides, broken down into smaller pieces your system can absorb quickly. But many seniors fall into traps when buying collagen. Cheap powders often contain fillers, artificial sweeteners, or maltodextrin that trigger bloating and digestive discomfort. The better choice is grass-fed, unflavored collagen tested for purity. Another mistake is assuming all collagen types do the same job. In reality, type I and type 3 sourced from bovine or marine collagen are the most beneficial for muscles, while type 2 from chicken mainly supports joints, not muscle. Timing matters as well. The best window is right after waking on an empty stomach stirred into black coffee. This allows maximum absorption before food dilutes digestive enzymes. Never mix it with dairy milk because calcium competes with collagen in the gut, lowering its effectiveness. Consider Margaret, a 71-year-old retired school principal from Oregon. She struggled with constant leg weakness and stiffness in the mornings, often saying it felt like her muscles were melting away. Her breakfast included no protein, and her coffee was just plain black. When she added 12 grams of hydrolyzed collagen powder to her morning cup and included light activity, her story changed. After only 8 weeks, her muscle tone improved, she climbed stairs with better balance, and blood tests confirmed higher collagen production with reduced muscle breakdown. A few precautions are worth noting. Seniors allergic to fish or shellfish should choose bovine instead of marine collagen. Some may notice mild digestive changes at first, but these usually fade as the body adjusts. If you're on blood thinners, speak to your doctor, since collagen can influence clotting. While it may not be the single most powerful powder in this list, collagen remains a vital foundation for rebuilding strength from the inside out. Moving on to powder number 2, creatine monohydrate. You may think it's just for bodybuilders, but science says otherwise. Creatine is among the most extensively researched supplements in medicine. Found in small amounts in red meat and fish, it becomes especially potent when added to coffee, giving seniors a reliable weapon against muscle decline. Sarcopenia is not just the slow fading of muscle, it's also the collapse of energy inside each muscle cell. This is where creatine steps in. Stored in your muscles as phosphocreatine, it acts like a rechargeable battery that regenerates ATP, the energy currency needed for every contraction. As we grow older, phosphocreatine reserves shrink dramatically. The result: fatigue arrives faster, weakness sets in, and simple movements feel harder than they should. Evidence backs this up. A 2022 meta-analysis in the Journal of Cachexia, Sarcopenia, and Muscle reviewed 18 high-quality trials. It found older adults supplementing with creatine gained an average of 7.7% more upper body strength and nearly 6% more lower body muscle mass, even without heavy workouts. What makes creatine such a perfect match for coffee is caffeine itself. The natural boost from caffeine helps shuttle creatine into muscle cells more efficiently, especially in the morning when the body's insulin sensitivity peaks. This leads to greater energy, more stamina, and faster recovery even from simple daily activities like walking or gardening. To use creatine correctly, precision matters. Start with just 3 to 5 grams of micronized creatine monohydrate stirred into your morning black coffee. Micronized means the powder has been broken down into very fine particles that dissolve easily in hot liquids. For best results, let your coffee cool slightly, about 1 or 2 minutes before mixing. This prevents extreme heat from breaking down the supplement. Stir thoroughly until it disappears into the drink. One common mistake seniors make is following bodybuilding loading routines where large doses are taken in the first week. This strategy is unnecessary and even harmful for older adults, placing strain on the kidneys and often causing uncomfortable water retention. Instead, consistency is key. Stick to a small daily dose and give it time. Make sure to stay hydrated as well, since creatine pulls water into muscle cells to improve hydration and fullness. James, a 8-year-old retired firefighter from Pennsylvania, offers a powerful example. Once active, he noticed by age 66 that his thighs were shrinking and walking just a few blocks left him exhausted. Skeptical at first, he agreed to try creatine in his morning coffee, 5 grams of micronized powder daily. Alongside this, he added light resistance band sessions 3 times a week. By week 6, the transformation was clear. His energy soared, he walked longer distances without fatigue, carried groceries with ease, and even started helping his neighbor with yard work again. A follow-up DEXA scan revealed a 4.6% increase in lean lower body muscle, proving creatine doesn't just mask weakness, it rebuilds strength from the inside out. Creatine precautions are minimal, but worth remembering. Some people notice mild water retention during the first week, which is actually a good sign that muscles are storing creatine. To keep your kidneys supported, drink an extra glass of water with your creatine coffee each morning. Compared to collagen, creatine dives deeper into the body's energy systems. It acts like a catalyst, sparking true change in aging muscles. But what if there were a powder that didn't just restore energy, but actually flipped genetic switches for muscle growth? That's exactly where we're headed next. Introducing powder number 1, leucine. This essential amino acid is the master switch for muscle protein synthesis, the process of building new muscle. Without enough leucine, the body simply cannot maintain or grow muscle no matter how much protein you eat or how often you exercise. Scientists call this the leucine threshold phenomenon. Here's what it means: young adults need only 1-2 grams of leucine to trigger muscle growth. But in adults, over 65 muscles become resistant to those same signals, a condition called anabolic resistance. Seniors need double the dose, around 3-4 grams, just to achieve the same effect. This higher requirement is one of the main reasons sarcopenia progresses so quickly with age. Leucine works through a powerful cellular pathway called mTOR, the command center for muscle growth. When leucine levels in the blood reach that critical threshold, mTOR flips on like a light switch, activating a cascade of processes that create new muscle fibers. One landmark study, published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, found that older adults supplementing with leucine boosted their muscle protein synthesis by 51% compared to those taking a placebo. For leucine to work, the protocol must be precise. Mix 3 to 4 grams of pure leucine powder into your coffee once it cools to a comfortable drinking temperature. The taste is slightly bitter, but pairs naturally with coffee's flavor. Stir for at least 45 seconds. Leucine tends to float at first, and drink it within 5 minutes to prevent degradation and guarantee maximum effect. Timing is everything. Taking leucine with your morning coffee on an empty stomach creates the strongest spike in blood leucine levels, which is needed to overcome anabolic resistance. Wait at least 30 minutes before eating breakfast to sustain this peak. Research shows this approach can increase muscle protein synthesis by up to 70% compared to taking leucine alongside food. Still, many seniors make mistakes. The most common is taking too little, just 1 or 2 grams, which falls below the threshold needed. Many protein powders on the market only deliver that small amount per serving, making them ineffective for seniors. Another pitfall is combining leucine with other amino acids right away. While complete proteins matter, leucine should be taken alone first thing in the morning for rapid absorption and the strongest mTOR activation. Other proteins can be added later in the day. Precautions are important as well. If your stomach is sensitive, start with 2 grams and gradually increase to the full dose. Individuals with maple syrup urine disease must avoid leucine supplementation altogether. And if you're managing diabetes, monitor your blood sugar closely. Leucine improves insulin sensitivity, which is usually beneficial, but may require adjustments to your medication. Dr. Sarah Williams referred me to James Patterson, a 74-year-old retired firefighter from Texas. Over 3 years, he had lost 25 pounds of muscle and could barely climb the stairs to his bedroom. His testosterone levels and diet looked fine, but his muscles were no longer responding. We introduced 4 grams of leucine into his morning coffee. The results were striking. Within 8 weeks, James gained 6 pounds of lean muscle. After 6 months, he was golfing again, playing in a senior softball league, and his leg strength had risen by 41%. For the first time in years, he could climb stairs without grabbing the railing. These personal results are echoed by research. A Japanese study followed 145 adults over 70 for a full year. Those who supplemented with leucine gained 27% more muscle mass, improved walking speed by 34%, and cut their risk of falls by 58%, a critical advantage for independence in older age. Meanwhile, the control group continued to lose about 3% of muscle each year, the typical rate of decline. Coffee and leucine create a unique synergy. Coffee's polyphenols enhance leucine absorption through the gut, while caffeine boosts blood flow to muscles carrying leucine directly where it's needed. This explains why studies show leucine combined with coffee outperforms leucine taken with water. And leucine doesn't just build new tissue, it also protects what you already have. Research reveals it slows down the body's protein breakdown pathways, reducing muscle loss from both sides of the equation. One University of Texas study found leucine cut markers of muscle breakdown by 32% in seniors over 65. Looking at the big picture, the future of sarcopenia treatment lies in nutritional strategies like these. The smartest approach is gradual. Start with creatine in the first month, add collagen peptides in the second, and bring in leucine by the third. This staged method helps the body adapt while maximizing each supplement's benefit. Remember, powders alone aren't enough. Pairing them with resistance exercise, whether light body weight moves or resistance bands, multiplies their effects. Consistent protein intake throughout the day is essential too. The goal isn't to turn seniors into bodybuilders, but to preserve the strength and independence that define quality of life. Every gram of muscle maintained or rebuilt equals more years of freedom and vitality. Now we'd love to hear from you. Have you noticed muscle loss creeping in? Have you tried adding anything to your coffee before? And which of these 3 powders are you most curious to try first? Share your experiences and questions in the comments. We read and respond to everyone with personalized tips. Thank you for watching.